You might be shocked to learn that discover Sweden's festivals. Why are they so special? Sweden is a country rich in traditions, and its vibrant festivals offer a unique glimpse into the heart of Nordic culture. One of the most celebrated events is Midsummer, held around the longest day of the year. During Midsummer, people come together to dance around maypoles adorned with flowers, sing traditional songs, and indulge in delightful dishes like herring and new potatoes. Then there's Lucia Day, celebrated on December 13th, marking the arrival of light in the darkest winter months. On this day, an enchanting figure dressed in a white gown with a wreath of candles conducts processions, filling the air with sweet melodies sung by children and community members alike. Don't overlook Walpurgis Night on April 30th, a lively celebration that welcomes spring with bonfires and spirited singing. These festivals go beyond mere entertainment. They serve to connect individuals to their history, nature, and one another. Whether you're donning a flower crown at midsummer or participating in a Lucia procession, you're stepping into a rich tapestry of Swedish heritage, where these cultural celebrations brighten the long winters and create unforgettable summer memories. Did you know Michael Jackson's glove hid a secret? This iconic white glove was more than just a fashion statement. It played a significant role in the life of the king of pop. Michael Jackson suffered from vitiligo, a skin condition that causes patches of skin to lose their pigment. To conceal these changes, he often wore the glove, which became a signature element of his style. The glove skyrocketed to fame during his unforgettable moonwalk performance, capturing the hearts of millions around the world. Suddenly, this glittering accessory became synonymous with his electrifying dance moves and unforgettable music. In 2009, after Jackson's passing, the glove was auctioned for a staggering $50,000, underscoring its importance not only as a piece of clothing, but also as a piece of pop culture history. This dazzling glove represents more than just a style choice. It symbolizes Jackson's talent and resilience in the face of challenges. Can you think of another item that tells such a rich story? Did you know redheads faced vampire superstitions in ancient Greece? In this fascinating culture, having red hair was not just a unique trait, it came with a mix of awe and fear. Ancient Greeks believed that red hair was so rare and unusual that it carried certain mystical qualities. Some people even thought that after they died, redheads could transform into vampires. This belief reflected a broader understanding of hair color and physical traits in society. Red was often associated with the divine or powerful forces, but it also sparked concerns about evil and danger. Superstitions surrounding redheads highlight how different societies interpret unique characteristics. Think about it. Today, we see redheads as part of a beautiful spectrum of hair colors, but in ancient times, their rarity led to strangely imaginative beliefs. It's intriguing to consider how these cultural narratives shape perceptions of individuality and difference throughout history. What other odd beliefs might past cultures have had about hair color? Believe it or not, one man crowned himself emperor, and in 1859, a unique figure named Joshua Abraham Norton took San Francisco by storm when he declared himself the Emperor of the United States. Despite having no formal political power, Norton quickly became a beloved character in the city. He wandered the streets in a grand military uniform, delighting locals with his quirky antics and regal demeanor. People often supported him with kindness, and many offered him meals or donations. To further cement his empire, Norton even issued his own currency, which some merchants accepted as a form of payment. His charming personality and commitment to his self-proclaimed title transformed him into a local celebrity, inspiring both affection and curiosity. Norton advocated for various causes, including the construction of a bridge between San Francisco and Oakland, which came true years later with the Golden Gate Bridge. His legacy endures, reminding us of the power of imagination and community spirit. Could one person's whimsical dream really shape history? Is it really true that a lion's mane matters? It certainly does. A male lion's mane is more than just a stylish feature. It serves as a vital sign of his health and strength. For female lions, a dark and full mane is particularly attractive, signaling that the male is robust and likely has good genes. Studies show that females tend to prefer mates with thicker manes because these traits are often linked to a lion's ability to thrive in the wild. This preference plays a crucial role in the mating process, as it helps ensure that future generations will inherit strong traits. The coloration and size of the mane can also be influenced by factors like age, genetics, and even the climate of their environment. So next time you see a majestic male lion, remember that his impressive mane is not just for show. It's a vital part of his identity that can determine his success in the animal kingdom. Isn't nature fascinating? Did you know marriage goes beyond culture in Malaysia? For many women in Malaysia, the expectations surrounding marriage can feel like a tightrope walk. On one hand, some feel the societal pressure to tie the knot at a young age, reflecting traditional values steeped in history. This pressure can weigh heavily, making it seem like there's a ticking clock on their future. But on the flip side, there's a growing wave of Malaysian women pursuing love and relationships with foreign men, especially Americans. They often seek partnerships built on equality and mutual respect, envisioning a life that steps outside traditional norms. By dating outside their culture, these women hope to break away from the pressures that have long defined marital expectations in their society. It's all about creating a balance between honoring heritage and forging their own paths, often leading to vibrant conversations about identity, love, and future aspirations. Through these choices, they not only redefine what marriage looks like for themselves, but also challenge societal norms in a rapidly changing world. Is it really true that Gollum changed in The Hobbit? The original edition of J.R.R. Tolkien's beloved novel presented Gollum quite differently. In the first version, Gollum was more of a quirky character who offered the One Ring as a prize during his riddle game with Bilbo Baggins. This playful aspect of Gollum's personality showcases a lighter tone that contrasts sharply with the sinister character we see in The Lord of the Rings. However, Tolkien later revised Gollum's portrayal to fit the darker, more complex themes that permeate his epic sequel. This transformation not only made Gollum a more menacing character, but also deepened the moral struggles in the story, highlighting the corrupting influence of the ring. Fans of Middle-earth often ponder how this shift changed the dynamics of the tale, revealing the evolution of Tolkien's vision from whimsy to a profound exploration of good versus evil. This might surprise you. The world's largest organ, the Wanamaker organ, located in Philadelphia's historic Wanamaker Center, is a true musical marvel with over 28,000 pipes. Imagine standing in a beautiful atrium and hearing this magnificent instrument fill the air with powerful melodies. It can create a wide variety of sounds from soft, soothing notes to thunderous, dramatic chords. One of its most famous performances includes the iconic Bohemian Rhapsody, a song that showcases the organ's incredible versatility. Since its installation in the late 19th century, this musical giant has entertained millions of visitors and has been played by talented organists who put its grand capabilities on display. Each time it plays, it provides a unique experience, combining both intricate artistry and cutting-edge technology. Visiting the Wanamaker Center for an organ concert not only fills your ears with beautiful music, but also immerses you in a piece of history. Have you ever heard such a magnificent instrument play live? Believe it or not, 3 countries meet here. The Tres Fronteras, or Triple Frontier, is a remarkable site where Argentina, Brazil, and Paraguay converge, marked by the stunning confluence of the Iguazu and Paraná rivers. This extraordinary geographical location boasts breathtaking vistas, bringing together lush greenery, majestic waterfalls, and a vibrant ecosystem filled with colorful fish and chirping birds. However, the area's captivating beauty belies its darker side, as it is known for elevated levels of criminal activity. The closeness of these 3 nations generates a rich tapestry of cultures and economies, yet it also gives rise to challenges such as smuggling and organized crime. Tourists flock to this remarkable region not only for the iconic Iguazu Falls, but also for thrilling adventures in the nearby jungles. While the landscape invites exploration and joy, it's crucial to stay informed about local safety issues. The Tres Fronteras stands as a compelling testament to how nature and human endeavors intertwine, showcasing both the wonders and complexities of our world. Isn't it fascinating how something so visually stunning can be home to such significant challenges? Believe it or not, cocaine was part of the Blues Brothers' budget. During the making of this iconic 1980 film, an unusual line item was included in the budget for the notorious drug. The movie, starring John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, was all about fun, music, and outrageous antics. But it took place during a time when drug culture was rampant in Hollywood. Although the amount designated for on-screen use was intended as a prop, it reflects the wild lifestyle that surrounded the film's production. The crew often faced various challenges, and some believed that the drug culture fueled creativity or helped cope with stress. Thankfully, the film's legacy is all about the unforgettable music and comedy that emerged from it, rather than the darker side of its behind-the-scenes story. How did such a classic emerge from such a chaotic time? Believe it or not, sea cucumbers can eject their organs. These fascinating creatures have developed an extraordinary defense mechanism that makes them stand out in the animal kingdom. When threatened by predators, some sea cucumbers go to the extreme of ejecting their internal organs, which can work as a distraction, allowing them a chance to escape. This surprising feat is not the end for the sea cucumber, as they possess the remarkable ability to regenerate their lost organs over time. This regeneration process highlights the diverse survival strategies animals use. While most creatures rely on speed or camouflage to evade danger, sea cucumbers take a bold approach that literally involves sacrificing a part of themselves. Their unique adaptations inspire wonder and curiosity about the incredible techniques life has developed to cope with challenges. The resilience of sea cucumbers prompts us to consider how many other astonishing adaptations exist in the marine world. What other surprising survival strategies can we learn about in the ocean? What if I told you about the Voynich manuscript? This mysterious book is like a puzzle that nobody has been able to solve for centuries. Dating back to the early 15th century, it features strange botanical illustrations and an unknown language that has baffled scholars, linguists, and cryptographers alike. The Voynich manuscript is filled with colorful, intricate drawings of plants that don't seem to exist in nature, making it all the more perplexing. Some believe it could be an elaborate hoax, while others think it might contain lost knowledge about herbal medicine. Despite many attempts to decode its text, it remains unreadable, sparking the imagination of anyone who encounters it. Various theories have emerged over time, suggesting it could be a secret language or even an alien script. So, what hidden secrets does this enigmatic book hold? And will anyone ever unlock its mysteries? Ever thought about why clocks change in spring? Germany was the first country to implement daylight saving time in 1916, a creative solution born out of necessity during World War I. The main goal was to conserve fuel, as resources were scarce and every little bit counted. By moving the clocks forward, people could take advantage of more daylight in the evenings, reducing the need for artificial lighting. This innovative idea quickly spread to other countries, leading to various adaptations over the years. Today, many places still observe this practice, typically starting in spring and ending in autumn, to enjoy those longer daylight hours. However, it's worth noting that not every country participates, and some have even abolished it altogether. So next time you spring forward or fall back, remember the historical backdrop that made this time change a part of our lives. Why exactly does the Supreme Court classify tomatoes as vegetables? This unusual legal definition comes from a fascinating case from 1893 called Nix versus Hedden. The Supreme Court decided that, despite tomatoes being scientifically classified as fruits because they contain seeds and grow from flowering plants, they should be treated as vegetables in a culinary context. The ruling was largely influenced by how tomatoes were commonly used in cooking and dining, which is more akin to vegetables than fruits like apples or oranges. This decision was significant because it highlighted the difference between scientific classifications and everyday, practical usage. So when you slice up a juicy tomato for your salad, remember, in the eyes of the law, it's a vegetable. How surprising is it that the legal world can redefine something as ordinary as a tomato? Have you ever tried a Cadbury flake on ice cream? This delicious chocolate treat was launched in 1920 and has since become a beloved classic, especially in the UK. The Cadbury flake is known for its unique, crumbly texture that makes it a perfect companion for ice cream. One of its most popular uses is as a topping on ice cream cones, where it transforms a simple dessert into something extraordinary. When people order a 99 flake, they're not just getting a typical ice cream cone. They're enjoying a delightful blend of creamy sweetness topped with the rich, chocolatey goodness of a flake bar. The name 99 flake is said to date back to the tradition of selling them at ice cream vans, making it a nostalgic favorite for many. The combination of the cool, velvety ice cream and the crispy flake creates a contrast that tantalizes your taste buds. Whether you're walking along the beach or enjoying a day in the park, the 99 flake brings a touch of joy and indulgence to any moment. Have you tasted this iconic treat yet? Have you ever explored Discovery Dynamics Animal Facts? This exciting platform is like a treasure chest filled with captivating information about the animal kingdom. Whether you're a curious kid or an eager adult, Discovery Dynamics offers a range of engaging articles that highlight intriguing animal behaviors, habitats, and unique traits. From the incredible migration patterns of monarch butterflies to the astonishing abilities of octopuses, you'll find facts that will amaze you. Each piece is designed to spark your interest in wildlife while making learning fun. Discovery Dynamics emphasizes not just facts, but also the importance of conservation and understanding the ecosystems we share with these amazing creatures. By diving into their rich content, you'll discover that every animal has a story worth telling. So why not take a few moments to find out about the wonders of the animal world? You might just uncover something that inspires you to learn more or even become an advocate for wildlife protection. Hard to believe, but Mahé is paradise. This breathtaking island, the largest in the Seychelles, seamlessly combines outdoor adventure with rich cultural experiences. Imagine hiking through lush, green mountains that rise dramatically against the backdrop of sparkling turquoise waters. As you navigate the island's winding trails, you may stumble upon hidden waterfalls cascading through dense jungles, home to unique wildlife not found anywhere else. Mahé's beaches invite relaxation, with their powdery white sands and crystal-clear waves perfect for swimming and snorkeling. But the island's allure extends beyond its stunning landscapes. Mahé pulses with a vibrant cultural scene, influenced by a delightful mix of Creole, French, and African heritage. Explore lively markets filled with colorful crafts and spices, and savor the mouth-watering flavors of traditional Creole dishes. Festivals celebrate local music and dance, allowing visitors to truly dive into the island's soul. Whether climbing to breathtaking viewpoints or unwinding on the shore, Mahé offers an extraordinary journey where adventure and culture harmoniously unite. Is it really true that chameleons see everything around them? Chameleons are fascinating creatures, and one of their most amazing abilities is their independent eye movement. Unlike humans, who have a fixed field of vision, chameleons can move each of their eyes separately. This incredible feature allows them to have a near 360-degree field of vision. Imagine being able to look in two different directions at once. That's the daily reality for chameleons. When they hunt for insects, their eyes can focus on two different targets simultaneously. This skill not only aids them in finding food, but also helps them stay alert for predators. The combination of their unique color-changing ability with their remarkable vision makes chameleons truly stand out in the animal kingdom. They can spot movement from a distance and can even judge the distance of their prey with amazing accuracy. So next time you see a chameleon, remember it's not just a master of camouflage, it's also a visual powerhouse with its own built-in panoramic view. Here's what actually happens when you join a gym. With an average fee of around $36 each month, gym memberships can seem like a reasonable investment in your health. But the reality is startling. When you break it down, that amounts to over $400 a year. Many individuals sign up with aspirations of adopting a healthier lifestyle, yet studies reveal that over 60% of gym members fail to use their memberships regularly. Picture paying for access to a service that you hardly utilize. This phenomenon intrigues gym owners, as they often base their business model on the assumption that many people will sign up but never walk through the doors. While some find camaraderie and motivation within the vibrant atmosphere of a gym, others might discover they prefer exercising outdoors, attending virtual classes, or exploring different fitness options altogether. Before you renew that membership, ponder your personal fitness preferences. Are you more energized in group classes, or do you find peace in solitary runs through the park? By understanding what truly motivates you, you can make smarter choices that allow you to stay active and engaged without emptying your wallet. Prepare to be amazed by the origin of type AB personality. This fascinating concept, which many people associate with personality traits, actually has roots in the cigarette industry from the 1950s. Back then, tobacco companies aimed to shift the conversation around health risks away from smoking. They suggested that high-stress personalities, categorized under type AB, were more prone to diseases like coronary heart disease and cancer. By doing so, they diverted public attention from the real dangers of tobacco use, including its direct link to these severe health issues. This strategy was an effort to protect their profits at the expense of public health awareness. Today, understanding this history reminds us to question how health information is shared and who benefits from it. So next time you hear about personality types, think about the surprising truth behind their origins. This might surprise you. Vault B remains unopened. Nestled deep within a secret location, Vault B is a treasure trove brimming with gold, glittering jewels, and ancient sacred statues. For decades, this chamber has caught the imagination of treasure hunters and historians alike. Despite its riches, no one has dared to pry open its heavy doors. Why? The legend surrounding Vault B speaks of a curse that befell anyone who attempted to access its contents. Stories of misfortune and bizarre occurrences left behind by those who dared to explore have discouraged many from acting on their curiosity. The mystery only grows as people wonder what treasures and artifacts lie untouched in the darkness. Is the curse real, or just a tale to guard the wealth? As time passes, the allure of Vault B calls out to adventurers and experts, leaving us to question whether this hidden chamber will ever be opened. Why exactly does Pusha T not own his jingle? In 2003, rapper Pusha T created the catchy McDonald's theme, "I'm Loving It," which became an iconic part of the fast food giant's advertising. Despite its massive success, he discovered that he didn't hold the publishing rights to this tune. This taught him an important lesson about ownership in the music industry. So when he was approached to write a jingle for Arby's, he took charge of his creative work. For the Arby's slogan, "We have the meats," Pusha T made sure to retain 40% ownership of the rights. This move not only secured him a slice of the profits, but also highlighted the growing awareness among artists about the importance of retaining control over their creations. It's a significant shift in the industry, where many artists have historically struggled to maintain rights to their work. With the rise of social media and independent platforms, owning what you create is more crucial than ever. Is it really true that Kabwe is dangerous for kids? This small town in Zambia was once bustling as a lead mining center, but its past has left a troubling legacy. The ground in and around Kabwe now harbors dust infused with heavy metals like lead, which pose a serious threat to the health and development of children. Studies have shown that exposure to these toxins can significantly impair cognitive skills, hindering learning and memory. Additionally, children may experience mobility issues and vision problems as a result of this contamination. It's heartbreaking to think that a place once thriving economically might now hinder the bright futures of its young residents. Efforts to clean up and mitigate contamination are crucial, but awareness is just as important. Understanding the long-term impacts of lead exposure is vital, not only for the safety of Kabwe's children, but also for other communities facing similar risks. What steps can we take to protect these vulnerable kids from the dangerous legacy of mining? What if I told you entire armies were wiped out? Throughout history, there have been shocking moments where one army completely decimated another, leaving no survivors. One of the most infamous examples occurred during the Punic Wars when the Roman Republic faced off against Carthage. In the decisive Battle of Zama in 202 BC, the Carthaginian forces were utterly annihilated, marking the end of a fierce rivalry. Another dramatic instance happened during the Battle of Agincourt in 1415, when English archers devastated the French numbers, leading to a stunning victory with huge casualties for France. Such total eliminations happened more frequently in ancient times, where battles were brutal and often resulted in utter defeat. In contrast, modern warfare often emphasizes strategies that allow for retreat, regrouping, and recovery. This change in tactics means that complete annihilation of an army is far less common today. How did we shift from total war to measured engagements? Why exactly does Comic Sans get so much hate? This quirky font, designed by Vincent Connor in 1994, was inspired by the handwritten text common in comic books. With its playful curves and informal look, Comic Sans aimed to bring a casual flair to digital text. However, this font has faced significant backlash over the years, as many see it as overly casual for professional settings. Critics argue that its frequent misuse in serious communications dilutes the intended message and creates a sense of unprofessionalism. Interestingly, despite the criticism, Comic Sans has a dedicated fan base that appreciates its charm and readability, especially for children and those with learning disabilities. The question remains, can a font really be hated, or is it simply the way we use it that gives it a bad reputation? Here's something incredible about goats in politics. In 1949, farmers in Nebraska took a humorous turn in their local elections by trying to elect a goat as mayor. This quirky campaign was all in good fun, but it showed just how lighthearted democracy could be. The farmers had grown tired of the same old political faces and decided that a goat named Mr. Jinx could shake things up. Surprisingly, he received hundreds of write-in votes, demonstrating that voters sometimes crave a little humor amidst serious candidates. While Mr. Jinx ultimately didn't secure enough support to win, the event created a delightful chatter among the townsfolk and beyond. It reminded everyone that politics doesn't always have to be dreary and intense. It can also embrace the whimsical side of human nature. This fun story highlights how even the most unconventional candidates can capture our attention and spark conversations about what really matters in our communities. Like laughter and community spirit. What other unusual candidates could we see in future elections? This might surprise you. The Mushroom House is unique. Nestled in Ohio, this architectural marvel stands out not just for its whimsical design, resembling oversized mushrooms, but also for its commitment to eco-friendly building practices. Each room is crafted with creativity, blending seamlessly into the surrounding landscape while offering a distinct vibe. The use of sustainable materials and energy-efficient systems demonstrates how nature can inspire modern living. Visitors marvel at the innovative features, like natural light streaming through organic-shaped windows, and the incorporation of local flora into the decor. This delightful fusion of artistic expression and environmental mindfulness makes the Mushroom House not just a home, but a conversation starter about the possibilities of sustainable architecture. With its playful style and dedication to the planet, could this be the future of home design? Why did England skip 11 days in 1752? This surprising event happened when the British government decided to adopt the Gregorian calendar, which was already in use by most of Europe. Before this change, England followed the Julian calendar, which was out of sync with the seasons. To correct this, they needed to eliminate the discrepancy by skipping 11 days. As a result, September 3rd, 1752 was followed directly by September 14th, leaving many people bewildered. Some even thought it was a government conspiracy to cheat them out of days or wages. To ease concerns, the government reassured its citizens that they would still receive their pay as usual. Despite this promise, the abrupt shift led to confusion and protests, with some people claiming they had lost 11 days of their lives. Today, this historical moment reminds us how significant a simple calendar change can be and how it still affects us. Prepare to be amazed by elephants' environmental impact. Elephants are not just majestic creatures, they are essential ecosystem engineers. These giants play a crucial role in shaping their habitats, which is vital for the health of many ecosystems. One of the most amazing things they do is create water holes. When they dig, they help ensure that other animals can access water during dry seasons. Elephants also uproot plants and knock down trees, which can prevent overgrowth and allow sunlight to reach smaller plants beneath. This behavior promotes a rich variety of species, making their surroundings more diverse and vibrant. In fact, many other animals rely on the changes elephants bring to thrive. Whether it's birds nesting in fallen trees or herbivores finding new grazing areas, elephants' actions positively impact countless lives. Isn't it fascinating how one species can create a cascade of benefits for an entire ecosystem? Here's a wild fact about the dollar sign. The dollar sign, which we now recognize as a symbol for money, actually has a fascinating history that dates back to the late 1700s. Before its introduction, people didn't have a standard symbol to represent currency, making transactions a bit more complicated. The dollar sign is depicted as an S, with one or two vertical lines through it, and its origins can be traced back to the Spanish peso, often referred to as pieces of 8. As trade routes expanded and the American economy began to flourish, this straightforward symbol gained popularity. Its simplicity made it easy to write and recognize, so it quickly became the go-to representation of dollars in financial documents. Isn't it interesting how such a common symbol today has roots in the past that shaped modern commerce? Guess what really drives the first tricycle? In 1733, the innovative landscape architect William Kent created a unique design for the first tricycle. But here's the twist. It was meant to be pulled by a goat. This charming contraption was commissioned by the 3rd Duke of Devonshire, who wanted an easy way for his children to enjoy rides through the estate without the parents breaking a sweat. Back then, upper-class lifestyle often meant convenience and comfort, so Kent's goat-pulled tricycle fit perfectly into that ethos. The tricycle featured 2 larger wheels at the back and a smaller one at the front, ensuring stability while being towed. Interestingly, this playful invention not only served its purpose, but also paved the way for future child transportation innovations. Can you imagine royal children happily zooming around while being pulled by a goat? Guess what really drives battery life down? Batteries are truly fascinating devices, but they don't last forever. The science behind their decline is intriguing. Inside a battery, chemical reactions create electricity, allowing our gadgets to function. However, just like us, batteries age and experience wear and tear. Over time, these internal chemical reactions begin to degrade due to constant use and the natural passage of time. This degradation leads to a gradual loss of capacity, meaning the battery can hold less charge than when it was new. Factors like temperature can speed up this process too. For example, leaving a battery in a hot car can cause even faster deterioration. So the next time your phone dies quicker than usual, remember that its battery is a complex system that gets less efficient with time. How can we care for our batteries to make them last longer? Ever wondered how Marco Polo shaped our view of China? Marco Polo, the famous Venetian explorer, journeyed along the Silk Road in the 13th century, bringing back stories that captured the imagination of Europe. His writings were filled with incredible tales of exotic lands, rich cultures, and astonishing creatures, some of which seemed almost too wild to be true. As Europeans read his accounts, they began to form a mythologized image of the East, believing in magical beings, giant serpents, and sorcery. Sadly, many of these stories were exaggerated or entirely fabricated, leading to a skewed perception of China. This romanticized view influenced art, literature, and even trade practices in Europe for centuries. Polo's adventures sparked curiosity and wonder, but did they also set the stage for misunderstandings that persist even today? Imagine being awake but completely unable to move. Locked-in syndrome is a rare and fascinating condition that can leave individuals fully conscious while trapped in a body that won't respond. Picture this. You're aware of everything around you, but you can't speak or even raise a finger. This happens when the brain's pathways for movement are damaged, often due to severe strokes or injuries to specific parts of the brain. Although it may seem similar to a coma, those affected by locked-in syndrome can hear and understand everyone around them. In many cases, they can communicate through blinking or eye movements, which is a lifeline for those who care for them. Researchers and doctors are working hard to develop new therapies and technologies that can help these individuals communicate more effectively. The emotional struggle for both patients and families is enormous, making advancements in treatment vital. How much do we really know about this incredible condition and the experiences of those who endure it? Did you know Guinness started with a simple question? It all began with Sir Hugh Beaver, the manager of the Guinness Brewery, who found himself caught in a debate about which bird holds the title for the fastest. Frustrated by the inability to get a clear answer, he realized there was no comprehensive source for trivia and record-breaking facts. This sparked an idea that would change the world. In 1955, Beaver decided to create the Guinness Book of World Records as a way to settle arguments like his own and to provide fun facts for everyone. The first edition was wildly popular and quickly evolved into an iconic book that would be published annually. Today, the Guinness World Records holds a special place in our hearts, filled with incredible feats and astonishing achievements across the globe. From the tallest man to the fastest animal, this book keeps track of things we love to marvel at. It shows how one simple question can lead to something extraordinary. So the next time you find yourself in a trivia debate, remember the origins of this fascinating book. Nature's tiny champions inspire big innovations. This discovery helps scientists better understand aerodynamics, particularly by studying the amazing flight capabilities of bumblebees. Despite their small size, these remarkable insects have mastered the art of flying, efficiently maneuvering through the air and showcasing nature's ingenuity. Researchers have observed that bumblebees can hover, dart, and even fly backwards, defying traditional aerodynamic principles that often apply to larger aircraft. By analyzing their wing movements and techniques, experts are unlocking secrets that can inform the design of robots and drones. This means that innovations in robotics and drone technology could lead to more agile and efficient machines, mimicking the bumblebee's ability to navigate complex environments. So, the next time you see a bumblebee buzzing around, remember that it's not just a cute insect, it's a source of inspiration for cutting-edge technology that could revolutionize how we think about flight. Here's what actually happens when you sip wine. That dry, puckering feeling in your mouth comes from tannins, which are natural compounds found in robust red wines and strong teas. Tannins create a feeling of astringency by binding to proteins in your saliva and mouth tissues. This is similar to their historical use in tanning leather, where they help bind proteins in animal hides, making them tougher and more resistant to decay. Tannins don't just influence texture, they also enhance flavors and aromas in wines and teas. That's why some red wines can taste so rich and complex. As you taste these beverages, the interaction with tannins can evoke a sensory experience that varies depending on the type of wine or tea. For instance, young red wines might feel more astringent than aged ones. Interestingly, tannins also play a role in the health benefits associated with red wine, such as antioxidants that may help protect your heart. So next time you enjoy a glass of red wine or a strong cup of tea, consider the fascinating journey of tannins. This might surprise you. Shrek's church inspired a real building. Grundtvig Church in Denmark has a striking design that closely resembles the whimsical church featured in the beloved animated movie Shrek. In the film, Princess Fiona finds herself at the altar, preparing to marry the scheming Lord Farquaad, which cements the church's place in pop culture. The real-life Grundtvig Church showcases a charming blend of Romanesque and Gothic architectural styles, complete with towering spires and intricate details that echo the fairy tale setting of the movie. You might feel like stepping right into the storybook world. Historians suggest that the church's unique look likely resonated with the movie's creators, leading them to draw inspiration from such structures. While the animated church has exaggerated features to fit the film's playful tone, Grundtvig Church stands as a real-life homage to the magic of fairy tales. Could this connection be part of what makes Denmark a fascinating destination for fans of both history and animation? Did you know about Colorado's odd Sunday driving law? This quirky rule states that it is illegal to ride in a black car on Sundays. While this restriction feels strange, it highlights some of the unusual laws that can exist in different states. Imagine planning a road trip and having to consider the color of your vehicle. Although the law may sound outdated or even silly, It stems from a time when many communities enforced strict Sunday observances. The intent was likely to encourage people to spend that day with family or attending religious services, rather than driving around in a black car, which was seen as a luxury symbol. Today, while this law isn't typically enforced, it serves as an amusing reminder of how uniquely varied local regulations can be. So next Sunday, if you're in Colorado, maybe choose a different car color for a fun drive. Hard to believe, but beards had a price. In 1698, Peter the Great of Russia implemented a beard tax to promote European-style grooming among his citizens. This unusual taxation aimed to help modernize Russian society and bring it in line with Western customs. Men who wanted to keep their beards were required to pay the tax, which varied depending on their social status. To enforce this law, Peter even created a special police force dedicated to ensuring compliance. This force would forcibly shave the beards of anyone who refused to pay. The public reaction was mixed. Many opposed the idea, seeing it as an infringement on personal freedom. However, this quirky tax became a memorable part of Peter's efforts to reshape Russia, highlighting the lengths he was willing to go for modernization. Can you imagine living in a time when your beard could cost you money? Prepare to be amazed by the sun's colossal size. The sun is a mind-blowing giant, with estimates showing that around 1.3 million Earths could fit inside. This fiery ball of gas holds about 99.86% of the solar system's mass, making it the center of our cosmic neighborhood. Despite its vastness, scientists classify the sun as an average-sized star. When we look into the universe, we find that there are billions of stars even larger and more massive than our sun. For example, Scuti, a red supergiant star, could hold over 5 billion suns within its massive volume. It's incredible to think that we live in a galaxy with such diversity in stellar sizes. So next time you gaze at the sun on a bright day, remember that it is just one of countless stars twinkling in the vast universe. You won't believe Will Smith's financial struggles. Just before he became a household name with his role in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith faced a shocking financial crisis. In the early 1990s, he owed a staggering $2.8 million to the IRS and was on the brink of bankruptcy. This massive debt came as a terrible surprise, especially for someone whose career was starting to take off. At that time, Smith was juggling his music career with DJ Jazzy Jeff and pursuing acting. But with mounting financial pressures, things were looking bleak. Thankfully, landing the lead role in a popular sitcom turned his fortunes around. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air not only saved him from his financial woe, but also catapulted him to fame. It's a fascinating reminder that even those who seem to have it all can struggle behind the scenes. Hard to believe, but AIDS and AIDS mixed up. During the early days of the AIDS epidemic, an executive from the weight loss product AIDS confidently brushed off worries about the product's name. This weight loss solution, which had been around for a remarkable 45 years, was perceived as a harmless brand until the tragic rise of AIDS. Incredibly, the executive suggested that the disease should change its name instead of considering the implications of their product's label. This unusual stance raises questions about the disconnect between public health messages and business interests. As the AIDS crisis gained attention and mass awareness, AIDS faced increasing scrutiny, ultimately leading to a decline in the product's popularity. This situation serves as a fascinating example of how language and marketing intersect with health crises, showing just how important sensitivity is in branding, especially when lives are at stake. Prepare to be amazed by the zone of silence. This mysterious area, situated in Durango, Mexico, has intrigued visitors and researchers alike with its strange absence of radio and television signals. Here, electronic devices seem to malfunction, leaving people to wonder if it's the work of natural forces or something paranormal. The legend dates back to the mid-20th century when explorers first noticed that traditional communication signals would simply drop off, almost as if the zone was blocking them out. Some scientists speculate that unique geological formations and mineral deposits may interfere with electromagnetic waves, creating this fascinating phenomenon. Others are drawn to more mystical explanations, imagining that the area is a portal or has connections to extraterrestrial activities. Visitors often describe a serene yet eerie feeling when stepping into the zone, as if they are in a world apart from technology. The blend of nature, mystery, and the unknown keeps the zone of silence on the radar for adventurous travelers and curious minds alike. What do you think happens there? This might surprise you. Caves hide incredible ecosystems. Inside the dark depths of caves, nature uncovers a hidden world filled with unique creatures and stunning geological features. Take the lined fish, for instance, a species that has adapted beautifully to life in total darkness. Caves can be complex and dangerous places, featuring narrow passages and sudden drops that challenge even the most experienced spelunkers. A perfect example of this adventure lies in Krubera Cave in Georgia, the world's deepest at a staggering depth of 2,997 meters. Fully explored only in 2001, it showcases incredible rock formations and a variety of organisms that you won't find anywhere else. Such underground exploration not only fuels the spirit of adventure, but also highlights the importance of preserving these fragile ecosystems. Who knows what other hidden wonders await discovery beneath our feet? Discover the chilling tale of the Halifax slasher. In 1938, the small town of Halifax, England, was thrown into turmoil as rumors swirled about a terrifying slasher attacking women. Panic spread like wildfire, with citizens locking their doors and avoiding the streets after dark. As the fear reached fever pitch, local authorities sprang into action, searching for the elusive criminal. However, a thorough investigation revealed a shocking twist. There was no evidence of an actual attacker. In fact, many of the supposed victims had either harmed themselves or were caught up in a frenzy of community hysteria. This incident highlights how quickly fear can take root, leading to a phenomenon known as mass delusion, where collective anxiety spirals out of control. The Halifax slasher case remains a fascinating study of human psychology and our reactions to perceived threats. How can fear shape our behavior, even in the absence of real danger? Is the jackfruit really the largest fruit on Earth? This massive tropical fruit can surprise anyone with its incredible size. The jackfruit can weigh up to 55 kilograms, which is about the weight of a small dog. Measuring up to 90 centimeters long, it's an eye-catching sight hanging from trees in countries like India, Bangladesh, and Thailand. Jackfruits have a spiky green exterior that gives way to a sweet, fibrous yellow flesh inside, making it not only astonishingly large but also delicious. Many people enjoy it raw in fruit salads, while others cook the unripe green jackfruit as a meat substitute in savory dishes. This versatility has made jackfruit increasingly popular in vegetarian and vegan cooking. Did you know that just one ripe jackfruit can feed a whole family? With its remarkable size and rich nutritional benefits, jackfruit continues to gain attention worldwide. So next time you think about fruit, remember the jackfruit, the heavyweight champion of the fruit world. You won't believe this about snails. These fascinating creatures possess an incredible ability to regenerate lost or damaged eyes, showcasing the extraordinary power of nature. When a snail loses an eye, which can happen for various reasons, like injury or predation, it doesn't simply accept its fate. Instead, it triggers a remarkable biological process that allows it to grow a new eye. This regeneration is due to special cells that can transform and develop into new tissues. Snails, despite their slow pace, are masters of recovery, reminding us of the wonders of biology present even in the simplest of organisms. Researching how snails regenerate their eyes can provide insights into healing processes that might even benefit humans one day. Imagine the possibilities if we could learn from these tiny experts. What else might we discover about snails and their incredible adaptations? Guess what really drives food lovers to Beppu? If you haven't heard of Beppu, Japan, get ready for a culinary adventure. This fascinating city is famous for its hot springs, called onsens, which offer a unique treat known as onsen tamago. These are soft-boiled eggs cooked directly in the steaming waters of the hot springs, resulting in a creamy texture and a delightful flavor. But that's not all. Beppu is also home to fresh milk with distinctive local flavors, stemming from the area's rich dairy farming traditions. Visiting this vibrant city means not only soaking in the soothing waters, but also indulging in these delicious specialties. Whether you're a foodie, a travel enthusiast, or just curious about Japanese cuisine, Beppu's unique culinary offerings like onsen tamago are sure to impress and tantalize your taste buds. Ready for a new food experience? Here's a wild fact about Kazakhstan's size. Did you know that Kazakhstan is not only the largest landlocked country, but also the 9th largest country in the entire world? Spanning over 2.7 million square kilometers, this massive nation is mostly known for its endless steppes, mountains, and deserts. With such a vast expanse, Kazakhstan is home to only about 19 million people, making its population density one of the lowest on the planet. Think about it. With so much space, you can find entire regions where you might not see another person for miles. The unique geography of Kazakhstan features beautiful landscapes, from the snow-capped peaks of the Altai Mountains to the arid terrain of the Kazakh Desert. It's a fascinating blend of culture, history, and nature that offers a glimpse into the vastness of our world. Have you ever thought about how different life must be in such an enormous space? Surprising origins of the classic pound cake. The name pound cake comes from an old recipe that required 1 pound each of 4 key ingredients: butter, flour, sugar, and eggs. Imagine that! This simple yet hearty cake was designed to be quite substantial, making it perfect for celebrations and gatherings. Bakers appreciated its ease, as you didn't need fancy measuring tools, just a scale. The original recipe, which dates back to the 1700s, has influenced countless variations over the years, leading to lighter cakes infused with flavors like vanilla and lemon. In fact, the pound cake's impressive texture and rich flavor is why it's often served at special occasions and family gatherings. As it became popular, people started experimenting, adding ingredients like cream cheese or sour cream for a moist, dense crumb. Today, pound cake remains a beloved dessert across the globe, enjoyed with coffee, tea, or as a standalone treat. How does something so simple create such joy in kitchens everywhere? Is it really true that twins can be born apart? It might sound unbelievable, but twins can actually arrive up to 80 days apart. This incredible situation highlights how flexible human gestation can be. Typically, during a single pregnancy, a mother carries her babies for about 9 months. However, in rare cases, something called delayed interval delivery can occur. This happens when one twin is born, and then the second twin remains in the womb for an extended period due to various factors, including the mother's health or complications. The longest recorded time between deliveries for twins is an astounding 87 days. This phenomenon allows doctors to ensure the second twin has the best chance for a safe and healthy birth. The timing can vary greatly, showing just how unique and surprising pregnancy can be. So while most twins are born within minutes of each other, some have an extraordinary wait in between. Discover the true name of the Statue of Liberty. Although we often call it the Statue of Liberty, its official name is Liberty Enlightening the World. This title beautifully highlights the statue's mission as a symbol of freedom and enlightenment for countless immigrants arriving in the United States. Gifted by France in 1886, the statue stands at an impressive 305 feet tall, showcasing its striking copper exterior and iconic torch. As a beacon of hope, Lady Liberty has welcomed millions, reminding them of the values of liberty and democracy. Her uplifting message resonates even today, inspiring people to pursue a better life. The statue not only illuminates the entrance to New York Harbor, but also represents the enduring ideals of freedom that we treasure. So the next time you see her, remember that she is more than just a statue. She is a powerful reminder of what it means to be free. Did you know the Sahara isn't all sand? You might picture the Sahara Desert as a vast sea of rolling sand dunes, but only about a quarter of it is actually covered in sand. The rest is an intriguing mix of gravel plains, rocky plateaus, and stunning mountains. This surprising diversity challenges the traditional stereotype of the desert, showing us that it's much more than just endless sand. Beneath its surface, the Sahara hides secret water sources that support life in unexpected ways. Various ecosystems thrive in this harsh environment, showcasing incredible adaptations by plants and animals. For instance, certain species of plants have evolved to store water efficiently, while animals like the fennec fox have developed unique behaviors to cope with extreme temperatures. Understanding the Sahara's geological features and its hidden ecosystems helps us appreciate the complexity of this iconic landscape. So the next time someone mentions the Sahara Desert, remember there's so much more to it than meets the eye. Did you know Lotso Huggin Bear waited years to appear? This beloved character from Toy Story 3 didn't make his debut until 2010, primarily because animators struggled to bring his soft, plush fur to life. When the original Toy Story was released in 1995, the technology to accurately depict realistic textures like fur simply wasn't advanced enough. The creators wanted Lotso Huggin Bear to look genuinely cuddly and inviting, plus they needed his fur to behave lifelike in different scenes. For over a decade, the idea for this charming villain bounced around in the minds of Pixar's talented team, who knew he would add depth to the story, but had to wait for the technology to catch up. By the time Toy Story 3 came out, improvements in computer animation allowed them to create that rich, huggable texture fans adore today. Isn't it amazing how technology can transform ideas into unforgettable characters? Can you imagine 150 million people named Muhammad? This astounding number makes Muhammad the most popular name worldwide. The reason behind this widespread naming trend is deeply rooted in the Muslim tradition, where many families choose to name their firstborn sons after the Prophet Muhammad, a significant figure in Islam. By honoring the Prophet, parents express their faith and admiration, creating a powerful connection to their beliefs. This cultural practice not only highlights the respect for Muhammad in the Muslim world, but also demonstrates how traditions can shape naming patterns across generations. The name Muhammad is not just prevalent in one country, it spans continents, with families across Africa, Asia, and beyond embracing this cherished name. With millions of men carrying the name, it undoubtedly plays a vital role in shaping identity and cultural heritage for countless families. Isn't it fascinating how one name can unite so many people? Hard to believe, but you can't sneeze while sleeping. Have you ever wondered why sneezing, that common reflex, doesn't interrupt our dreams? Well, scientists discovered a fascinating protective mechanism in our brains. When we sleep, a part of the brain called the medulla inhibits the sneeze reflex. This means that even if dust or allergens irritate our nasal passages, our brain prevents us from waking up just because of a minor annoyance. Imagine being in the middle of a cozy dream about flying, only to be jolted awake by an unwanted sneeze. Thanks to this clever adaptation, our bodies ensure uninterrupted sleep, allowing us to recover and recharge. It's a smart survival strategy. After all, getting a good night's rest is crucial for overall health. So next time you hear someone sneeze, you might just appreciate the magic of our brains that keeps that reflex at bay during sleep. Isn't it amazing how our bodies protect us in so many ways? Prepare to be amazed by moonbows. A moonbow, often described as a nighttime rainbow, casts its enchanting glow when conditions are just right. This rare spectacle occurs when moonlight, instead of sunlight, interacts with water droplets in the atmosphere, creating a stunning arc of colors. The best chance to see a moonbow is during a full moon, particularly in a dark sky free from city lights. Rain is crucial too, as it provides the water droplets needed to refract the moon's light. But even in perfect conditions, moonbows remain elusive, with many people going their whole lives without witnessing one. Because the moon is much dimmer than the sun, moonbows are usually faint and may appear mostly white or with very subtle colors. If you're lucky enough to catch a glimpse, it feels like nature's own magic show. So next time the moon is full and rain is in the air, keep your eyes peeled. Could you be in for a real treat? What if I told you about the Murder Castle? This chilling nickname belonged to the hotel built by H.H. Holmes, often considered America's first serial killer. In the late 1800s, Holmes crafted a truly unsettling establishment in Chicago, designed to lure unsuspecting victims under the guise of a luxurious stay. Guests would check in, unaware of the hidden dangers lurking behind the walls. The hotel boasted trapdoors, secret passageways, and even soundproof rooms, allowing Holmes to carry out his horrific acts without raising alarms. It's estimated that many of his victims disappeared without a trace, making the very name Murder Castle synonymous with fear. As tales of his crimes spread, they shocked a nation that had never seen such brutality. Today, the story of H.H. Holmes serves as a chilling reminder of how deception can hide in plain sight. What dark secrets might still be hidden in our own neighborhoods? Can you picture a supernova changing Earth's fate? About 360 million years ago, a massive explosion from a supernova, which is a star that burns out spectacularly, possibly wiped out up to 75% of life on our planet. This explosive event occurred around 65 light-years away, yet its powerful cosmic rays had a dramatic effect on the Earth. The explosion unleashed intense radiation that severely depleted the ozone layer, which protects us from the sun's harmful rays. With the ozone layer weakened, plants and animals faced increased exposure to solar radiation, leading to widespread ecological turmoil. This event reflects how interconnected the universe is, showing that even distant stellar phenomena can influence life on Earth. As scientists study ancient records and geological evidence, they continue to uncover how such cosmic events shape the evolution of life. It serves as a reminder of how fragile our planet can be in the grand scale of the cosmos. Who knows what other mysterious events could have influenced Earth's history? Dive into the magical world of pyrosomes. These fascinating creatures, often called the unicorns of the sea, are not only unique in name, but also in appearance. Pyrosomes are bioluminescent marine colonial tunicates that can reach astonishing lengths of 13 to 18 meters. Imagine a glowing, gelatinous tube floating gracefully in the ocean, creating a beautiful spectacle under the waves. Each pyrosome is actually a colony made up of thousands of tiny individual animals called zooids, working together to form this remarkable structure. When disturbed, they emit a soft, glowing light that captivates anyone lucky enough to witness it. Found in warmer waters around the globe, these enigmatic sea creatures play a role in the marine ecosystem, serving as a habitat for small fish and other organisms. While they may seem like fantasy, pyrosomes are a real marvel of nature, blending beauty and mystery in the deep blue sea. Have you ever imagined encountering one of these glowing giants in the ocean? Have you ever heard of Häagen-Dazs expanding fast? A Chinese company called Häagen-Dazs is shaking up the fast food scene by surpassing McDonald's for the number of locations. By 2025, Häagen-Dazs is expected to have over 46,000 shops around the globe, while McDonald's will fall to around 43,000. This impressive growth highlights not just the rising popularity of ice cream and tea in many countries, but also the changing dynamics in the fast food market. With unique flavors and tempting offerings that cater to diverse tastes, Häagen-Dazs is attracting customers of all ages. Meanwhile, McDonald's, once the unquestioned leader, has seen its dominance challenged. Consumers are increasingly drawn to sweet treats and refreshing drinks, making Häagen-Dazs a go-to choice. Will we soon see more Häagen-Dazs shops than Golden Arches in your area? Why exactly does a Christmas card sell for $8,169? In 2015, a remarkable piece of history captured attention when one of the first Christmas cards, commissioned by Sir Henry Cole in 1843, went under the hammer for a staggering price. This hand-colored card showcased a lively family gathering around a festive table adorned with glasses of wine. At the time, its depiction of merriment sparked controversy, as some believed it encouraged drinking during the holiday season. Nevertheless, Sir Henry Cole's vision was clear. He wanted to popularize the exchanging of Christmas cards, paving the way for their mass production. Today, that early card holds immense value as a rare collector's item, symbolizing not just the evolution of Christmas traditions, but also our lasting love for sending heartfelt greetings. As the tradition of exchanging cards continues, it's fascinating to reflect on how something as simple as a card can be worth so much. Discover the incredible world of Garbage City in Egypt. Mansiat Nasser, often called Garbage City, is remarkable for its unique community, the Zabaleen, who have turned trash into treasure. Nestled in the heart of Cairo, this area faces many challenges, including limited infrastructure. Yet the Zabaleen have developed an extraordinary manual system for recycling and sorting waste. Every day, they handle tons of refuse, ensuring that as much as possible is reused or recycled. Thanks to their dedication, Garbage City boasts one of the highest recycling rates globally, showcasing how innovative solutions can emerge from adversity. The Zabaleen not only contribute to cleaning up the city, but they also create a sustainable economy within their community. This inspiring example highlights the power of resilience and ingenuity in tackling urban waste management. Can other cities learn from their success? Guess what really drives tolls in the Panama Canal? On May 2, 1993, the Crown Princess cruise ship made maritime history by paying the highest recorded toll for crossing this famous waterway, a stunning $349.97. This hefty fee was determined by the ship's size and the number of passengers aboard, showcasing how big vessels influence canal toll costs. The Panama Canal, an incredible engineering feat, connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, allowing ships to save time and fuel by avoiding the lengthy journey around South America. As one of the most important shipping channels in the world, it plays a vital role in global trade. The tolls paid by ships like the Crown Princess help maintain the canal and facilitate safe passage for countless vessels every year. So next time you see a cruise ship at sea, think about the toll it might be paying just to travel through that amazing canal. What other intriguing maritime facts await discovery? Is it really true that olphium changes color? This fascinating chemical element, olphium, showcases a vibrant transformation that leaves many people intrigued. When you first encounter olphium, it appears as a bright yellow substance, almost like a burst of sunshine. However, heat it up or burn it and watch as it transitions into a striking red liquid, glowing with energy. Ignite olphium with a blue flame, and you've got a color-changing spectacle that highlights the beauty of chemistry. What's even more remarkable is that olphium can produce all three primary colors: yellow, red, and blue. This unique ability not only makes olphium an interesting subject for chemists, but also sparks curiosity about how elements can interact with heat and flame. Each color change represents a transformation in the element's properties, demonstrating the dynamic nature of matter. Isn't science just amazing? Here's something incredible about Shenzhen's transformation. In just over 4 decades, Shenzhen, China, has turned from a small town with roughly 30,000 people in 1980 into a bustling metropolis of nearly 20 million residents by 2023. This astonishing growth began when the Chinese government designated Shenzhen as a special economic zone, encouraging investment and innovation. Rapid industrialization and urban development followed, attracting people from all over China seeking opportunities. Today, Shenzhen is not just a major economic hub, it's also a leading technology center often referred to as China's Silicon Valley. With its skyscrapers, advanced public transportation, and vibrant culture, the city exemplifies the possibilities of urbanization and modernization. So how did this once quiet town grow so quickly into a global powerhouse? Can you imagine that your brain can reshape itself? Neuroplasticity is the remarkable ability of the brain to reorganize and form new neural connections throughout your life. This adaptability plays a crucial role, especially when individuals suffer from brain injuries. For instance, if someone loses the ability to speak due to a stroke, other areas of the brain can step in to help regain communication skills. It's like having a backup system ready to support you when needed. Studies on neuroplasticity show that our brains are not static. They change in response to learning, experiences, and recovery from trauma. Engaging in activities like puzzles, learning a new language, or even meditation can promote these changes. So the next time you challenge your brain, remember that you are actively contributing to its ongoing transformation and resilience. Isn't it incredible how our brains work to adapt and heal? Can you believe hearing lasts after death? Studies show that hearing is the last sense to fade, even in moments close to death. This fascinating phenomenon means that some individuals may still be aware of their surroundings, listening to voices or sounds around them. For example, if paramedics are performing CPR, a person may actually hear them calling out or the sounds of the equipment. Researchers suggest that our auditory system remains functional longer than other senses because of its unique connection to the brain. While this doesn't mean the person is fully conscious, it highlights the importance of talking to loved ones, even when they are unresponsive. Many families find comfort in knowing their words might still reach their loved ones, providing a sense of solace during a difficult time. So the next time you're with someone who's gravely ill or unconscious, you might want to share your thoughts or say your goodbyes. Who knows what they might be able to hear? Believe it or not, ducks have wild mating strategies. Male ducks, known as drakes, can be surprisingly aggressive during mating season. Sometimes they even form gangs that may harass female ducks, causing harm in their quest for mating rights. In an amazing twist of evolution, female ducks have developed corkscrew-shaped reproductive tracts with dead ends. This unique design helps them control which males get to fertilize their eggs. When a female encounters multiple male suitors, she can choose to block or allow entry based on her preferences. This fascinating situation showcases the balance of power in the animal kingdom and highlights the brilliant adaptations animals can develop in response to challenges. So next time you see a duck, think about the clever strategies at play in their world of love and survival. Guess what? Google values skills over your GPA. In a surprising twist, Google has changed its hiring standards, shifting focus away from traditional metrics like grade point average, GPA, and standardized test scores. Instead, the tech giant now prioritizes practical skills and real-world problem-solving abilities. This new approach reflects a broader understanding that talent comes in many forms, and not everyone follows the conventional path of attending college. In fact, an interesting statistic reveals that about 14% of Google employees never attended college at all. This shift signals a remarkable change in how companies view education and skills. By valuing what candidates can do over what grades they received, Google is paving the way for a diverse workforce filled with innovative thinkers and doers. So if you're passionate and skilled, your opportunities may be wider than you think. Let's uncover the truth about Wagyu beef. This remarkable meat is not just any steak, it stands out as one of the most expensive and sought-after varieties in the world. Wagyu beef is famous for its incredible marbling, which refers to the intramuscular fat that makes the meat exceptionally flavorful and tender. Originating from Japan, the breeding process for Wagyu cattle is strictly regulated and involves meticulous care. Farmers often massage the cattle and provide them with a specially balanced diet rich in nutrients, which contributes to the unique texture and flavor of the beef. Because of this intensive care, Wagyu has become a luxury item, often found on the menus of high-end restaurants across the globe. The cost of Wagyu can be quite staggering, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars per pound. So the next time you hear someone raving about Wagyu beef, you'll know that there's a fascinating story behind each delicious bite. Most people don't know this, but writing boosts memory. Studies show that writing things down can help improve your memory retention more effectively than typing. This happens because when you write by hand, you're engaging your brain in a unique way. The physical act of forming letters and words means your brain is more actively involved in the process. As you write, you're not just recording information, you're also processing and organizing it. This deeper engagement can help you understand and remember the material better. Typing may be faster, but it often turns into a mindless task where you don't truly absorb what you're documenting. So if you're cramming for an exam or trying to remember important ideas for work, consider grabbing a pen and paper. Not only will you be more likely to remember the information, but you might also find that it's a more enjoyable way to learn. Is it really true that Delhi has a famous connection? The small town of Delhi in Paulsboro, New Jersey, became a surprising focal point in 2021 for a company named Hometown International. This publicly traded entity gained attention when its market capitalization soared over $100 million, even though it generated a mere $35,948 in sales during 2 years. It's an eyebrow-raising example of how stock market valuations don't always reflect actual business performance. What makes it even more fascinating is that the largest shareholder was the local high school wrestling coach, highlighting how small communities can experience extraordinary and puzzling events. This unusual case raises questions about the stock market and its sometimes dizzying figures. How can a company with such low sales command such a high value? Could there be more to this story than meets the eye? Believe it or not, Justice Ward Hunt stayed on. In 1878, a remarkable decision by U.S. Supreme Court Justice Ward Hunt made headlines. After suffering a stroke that left him unable to attend court, he chose to delay his retirement for an additional 4 years. Why would he do this? The answer lies in his determination to qualify for a full pension. This unusual situation highlighted the challenges faced by judges and their dedication to duty, even in the face of personal health struggles. Despite his inability to fulfill his responsibilities as a justice, Hunt was motivated by the financial security a pension would bring. His choice reflects a time when pensions were not as secure as they are today, and many sought to ensure they were financially stable in retirement. Hunt's story not only sheds light on the dedication of public servants, but also prompts us to think about how the systems we have in place today can affect the lives of those who serve in these critical roles. What drives individuals like Hunt to push through challenges for a sense of stability and duty? Is it really true Hagia Sophia changed many times? Built in 537 AD, Hagia Sophia is one of the most remarkable architectural feats in history. Originally constructed as a grand Christian cathedral during the reign of Byzantine Emperor Justinian III, it stood as the largest cathedral in the world for almost a millennium. Imagine worshiping in a place filled with stunning mosaics and soaring domes, echoing with the voices of countless faithful. In 1453, after the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople, it transformed into a mosque, reflecting the city's new identity. This majestic building continued to serve as a mosque until 1935, when it was secularized and opened as a museum. Standing in Hagia Sophia today, you can still feel its rich history as it weaves together stories of faith, power, and cultural transformation. Isn't it fascinating how one structure can embody such diverse narratives? Is it really true that some cultures honor the dead like this? In many societies around the world, such as the Dinka people of the southwestern United States and some indigenous groups in Australia, the death of an individual is treated with profound respect and solemnity. Tradition dictates that the body must be buried, whole and intact, as it remains sacred even after life has ended. This belief comes from spiritual understandings that the body houses the soul, and disturbing it could disrupt the person's journey in the afterlife. For centuries, these practices have been maintained to honor ancestors and ensure they are treated with dignity. Funerary rituals may vary widely, but the central theme remains the same: preserving the integrity of the deceased. This dedication to respectful burial reflects a deep cultural connection to life, death, and the invisible journeys that follow. How fascinating is it that such traditions endure through generations? Did you hear about the loudest band record? The Guinness World Records has made a surprising move by no longer recognizing this once famous title. This change aims to protect hearing health and awareness, as incredibly loud music can lead to permanent damage. In 1972, the American rock band Deep Purple proudly held the title with a record-breaking concert that reached an ear-popping 117 decibels. While it showcased the band's incredible sound, it also highlighted the risks that loud music poses to listeners' ears. By removing this record, Guinness is prioritizing public health over sensationalism. Many musicians and fans respect the decision, understanding that health comes first. Now concerts focus more on the experience rather than sheer volume, encouraging everyone to enjoy their favorite tunes without risking their hearing. What do you think about this change in record keeping? Here's a wild fact about smartphones in our lives. Smartphones integrate telephony, computing, and internet access into one handy device, completely transforming how we live and communicate. Imagine carrying a powerful mini-computer in your pocket. These devices boast impressive processors, meaning they can run complex applications and multitask with ease. The high-resolution cameras allow us to capture stunning photos and videos, turning everyday moments into lasting memories. Plus, with millions of apps available, from social media to fitness tracking, They cater to all our needs and interests. Because we can stay connected with friends and family anytime, anywhere, smartphones have changed the way we form relationships. However, this convenience comes at a price. As some argue, it contributes to less face-to-face interaction. Can you imagine living a day without your smartphone? Let's uncover the truth about global languages. Mandarin Chinese is not only the most widely spoken language in the world, but it also boasts over 1 billion native speakers. This staggering number puts it far ahead of Spanish and English, which follow in popularity. Can you imagine how rich and diverse communication must be in regions where Mandarin is spoken? In contrast, Papua New Guinea, with its vibrant cultural landscape, showcases an astonishing variety of over 800 distinct languages. This incredible linguistic diversity highlights how language shapes our identities and cultures. Each language represents unique ways of thinking and expressing ideas, making the study of languages like Mandarin and those in Papua New Guinea so fascinating. With such vast and varied languages out there, what does it reveal about our global society and our connections to one another? Guess what really drives the largest volcano? Tamu Massif is the biggest volcano in the Pacific Ocean, and it's quite a sight. Imagine a volcanic formation so enormous that it's roughly the size of Great Britain. Located about 994 miles east of Japan, this underwater giant stretches out for miles, making it a true marvel of geology. Its summit lies approximately 6,496 feet below the surface, hidden from the everyday observer's gaze. But what's fascinating is how Tamu Massif formed. It's created by a series of volcanic eruptions that happened over millions of years, layering lava and creating a massive shield structure. These shield volcanoes are known for their broad, gently sloping sides and, unlike the steep profiles of their more explosive cousins, they quietly build up over time. Scientists study Tamu Massif to learn more about underwater volcanic activity, which can influence oceanic ecosystems and even global climate patterns. Could this hidden giant hold secrets to Earth's volcanic past and our planet's evolution? Here's a wild fact about cultural traditions. Our customs shape who we are, but they also face challenges when outside influences come into play. Imagine a small town that has celebrated the same festival for generations. This community values its heritage deeply, yet when new trends and ideas from the outside world seep in, they can create tension. Local traditions might clash with these fresh perspectives, leading to a struggle between keeping the old ways alive and embracing change. For example, some traditional dances may evolve to include modern music, while others might resist adaptation, fearing a loss of identity. This dynamic illustrates how cultures are always in flux, constantly reacting to both their history and the wider world. The question is, can we find a balance that honors our roots while remaining open to new experiences? Here's a wild fact about Dubai's Palm Island. This stunning artificial island is designed to resemble a palm tree and is a remarkable feat of engineering. Created through a meticulous process of extracting sand and stones from the seabed, workers transformed an area of the Arabian Gulf into a breathtaking urban paradise. The Palm Jumeirah, as it's officially known, stretches out into the water, featuring luxurious hotels, upscale residences, and beautiful beaches that attract tourists from all over the world. Constructed in the early 2000s, the island exemplifies Dubai's flair for creating extraordinary architecture and innovative land reclamation projects. Not only does it showcase human creativity, but it also serves as a symbol of the city's rapid growth and modernization. Imagine living among palm trees surrounded by stunning sea views. What an incredible lifestyle. Have you ever dreamed of visiting such an extraordinary place? Prepare to be amazed by population growth in India. India has been witnessing a remarkable surge in its population, with millions of people moving from rural areas to bustling cities. This trend, often driven by the quest for better job opportunities and living standards, brings both excitement and challenges. As urban areas expand rapidly, cities like Mumbai and Delhi face difficulties in providing adequate resources such as housing, clean water, and transportation. This influx strains existing infrastructure, making it harder for local governments to keep up. Additionally, issues like traffic congestion and pollution arise, impacting the quality of life for residents. The demographic shifts seen in India highlight the importance of planning and sustainable development to accommodate these changes. How can India balance growth with infrastructure development to ensure a bright future for its people? Discover the adorable world of Falabella horses. This unique breed of miniature horse comes straight from Argentina and features all the wonderful traits of regular horses, just in a pint-sized package. Imagine a horse that's friendly, charming, and easy to care for. These little guys are great companions. Standing at only about 30 inches tall on average, Falabellas are perfect for those who may not have the space for a larger horse, but still want a majestic equine friend. They thrive in loving homes and often form strong bonds with their owners, making them great for families and individuals alike. Their gentle nature and playful antics can bring joy to anyone's day. Plus, their size makes them ideal for children to learn about horse care safely. So whether you're looking for a showstopper for petting zoos or a unique addition to your family, these delightful little horses are definitely worth considering. Why exactly does the Eurasian green woodpecker have a long tongue? This remarkable bird, known scientifically as Picus viridis, is famous not just for its vibrant green feathers, but also for its extraordinary feeding technique. Its tongue, which can extend up to 10 centimeters, 3.9 inches, actually wraps around its skull and extends through its nostrils. This unique feature helps the woodpecker reach deep into tree bark and underground nests to extract ants and other tasty insects. Typically standing around 11 to 12 inches, 27 to 30 centimeters tall, the Eurasian green woodpecker is easily recognized by its distinctive laughing call, which can be heard echoing through woodlands. This adaptation highlights how the species has evolved to thrive in its environment, allowing it to effectively hunt for food in places other birds might miss. So the next time you hear that amusing laugh, remember the clever trick behind its long tongue. What if I told you about the Densuke watermelon? This extraordinary fruit, grown solely on Hokkaido Island in Japan, holds the title of the most expensive fruit in the world. With its striking, shiny black skin and deliciously sweet pink flesh, the Densuke watermelon is a true rarity. Prices for this coveted fruit can soar up to 6,000 euros, which makes it a sought-after luxury item. The unique growing conditions in Hokkaido, including the island's volcanic soil and cool climate, contribute to the Densuke's exceptional sweetness and quality. Farmers cultivate these watermelons with great care, often hand-picking only the finest specimens to ensure the highest standards. While these fruits are certainly a splurge, many consider them the crown jewel of summer fruits. Would you ever splurge on such a unique treat? Is it really true about Romania's wooden churches? Nestled in the picturesque region of Maramureș, Romania, you'll discover some of the most remarkable wooden churches in Transylvania, dating back to the 17th and 18th centuries. These stunning structures showcase the incredible skill of Romanian carpenters, featuring soaring pinnacles that reach toward the sky. Each church is adorned with traditional paintings that tell stories from the Bible, reflecting the deep cultural roots of the area. The intricate designs and detailed craftsmanship are not just beautiful, they represent centuries of history and devotion. As you walk through the town, you'll feel a sense of connection to the past, with each wooden beam and carved ornament speaking to the talents of those who built them. Visitors often marvel at how these churches have withstood the test of time, remaining strong despite the harsh Romanian winters. If you ever find yourself in Maramureș, taking the time to explore these architectural wonders is truly a must. So what makes these wooden churches so special? Why is Ratatouille a film about food? The animated film Ratatouille takes its name from a delicious French dish made from baked vegetables, and this connection isn't just a coincidence. Set in the heart of Paris, the movie follows a rat named Remy, who dreams of becoming a chef, defying all odds in the culinary world. The title reflects not just the dish, but also the film's focus on the beauty and artistry of cooking. Ratatouille, which traditionally includes vegetables like zucchini, eggplant, and peppers, symbolizes creativity and passion in the kitchen. Through vibrant animation and mouth-watering scenes, The film shows how cooking can unite people and bring out their inner talents. It encourages viewers to embrace their own culinary dreams, no matter their background. As Remy navigates the bustling Parisian restaurant scene, he inspires us to see that anyone can cook up their own success, celebrating individuality and flavor. So how can one dish inspire an entire movie about following one's dreams? You won't believe this about shipping giant pumpkins. These enormous fruits, often tipping the scales at over 1,000 pounds, aren't just heavy, they're also surprisingly fragile. When it comes to transporting them, growers face a real challenge. Special packing techniques are essential to protect these delicate giants from bruising or cracking during transit. This involves using custom-made crates, soft padding, and sometimes even climate control to ensure these pumpkins remain safe and sound. The journey often starts at competitive pumpkin competitions, where the largest pumpkins are showcased like prize trophies. Once the winners are crowned, logistics teams swing into action, orchestrating the complex process of moving them to their new homes. Whether that's a festival, a display, or even a record-setting event. Have you ever thought about the effort behind these pumpkin transportations? Hard to believe, but there's a Russian word for binge drinking. The term zapoi captures a very specific experience in Russian culture. It refers to a span of several days devoted to continuous drinking, during which a person often isolates themselves from friends and family. This isn't just casual drinking, it's a deeper dive into a life that can lead to serious social and health issues. While other cultures might have terms for similar experiences, zapoi paints a vivid picture of withdrawal, not just from social life but also from basic responsibilities. Interestingly, it reflects the complex relationship many have with alcohol in Russia, where drinking can sometimes be a coping mechanism for stress or loneliness. Understanding words like zapoi enriches our perspective on cultural habits, underscoring how language reflects shared experiences. What other unique words do different cultures use to describe human behaviors? You'll be surprised by what sushi really means. Many people think sushi is just raw fish, but it actually points to the vinegared rice that is the cornerstone of this beloved dish. The rice is seasoned with vinegar, sugar, and salt, creating a delightful complement to whatever ingredients are added on top. Sushi can feature an exciting mix of items including cooked seafood, vegetables, and even tropical fruits. On the other hand, there's sashimi, which consists of thinly sliced raw fish that's served on its own without any rice. So when you enjoy sushi, remember you're celebrating the rice as much as the ingredients that accompany it. This delicious dish has roots in Japan and has evolved into countless varieties, making it a favorite worldwide. Next time you dig in, think of the flavors and traditions behind that tantalizing bite. What will you choose to try? Prepare to be amazed by the birth of PNG. In the mid-1990s, a bold company tried to charge people for using GIF images, which didn't sit well with developers everywhere. This attempt to monetize a digital format sparked frustration and outrage, as the internet community believed that image sharing should be free and open for everyone. In a spirited response, these innovators rallied together and designed the PNG format, which stands for Portable Network Graphics. The PNG quickly became popular due to its ability to support transparent backgrounds and higher quality images without losing detail. This shift changed the way images were shared online, leading to the widespread use of PNGs for web graphics, logos, and more. Thanks to the creativity and unity of developers, today we enjoy a vibrant world of digital images without worrying about pesky fees or restrictions. Isn't it fascinating how a little pushback can lead to amazing innovations? You won't believe this about detectives and magnifying glasses. While we often picture detectives solving mysteries like Sherlock Holmes with a trusty magnifying glass in hand, the truth is quite different. In real-world crime scene investigations, these iconic tools aren't commonly used as they are in movies and books. Instead, forensic experts rely on advanced technology and scientific methods to gather evidence. Tools like digital cameras, forensic light sources, and chemical analysis provide a clearer and more reliable view of crime scenes. Magnifying glasses might be handy for examining small details, but they fall short compared to the sophisticated equipment that modern detectives use today. So the next time you think of a detective story, Remember that the reality of crime solving is much more about technology than it is about that classic magnifying glass. Prepare to be amazed by North Pole, Alaska. This charming little town, with a population of just 2,140, offers a unique twist on winter wonderlands. Though you won't find it at the geographic North Pole or within the Arctic Circle, North Pole, Alaska embraces a Christmas spirit year-round, making it a hotspot for holiday enthusiasts. Visitors flock to see famous attractions like Santa's very own house, where you can mail letters to Santa himself. You can't miss the giant statue of Santa Claus, towering nearly 15 meters high, which stands proudly greeting everyone who enters this festive town. The winter atmosphere is incredibly vibrant, with snow-blanketed streets and twinkling lights adorning local businesses. Even if you're not a Christmas fan, the stunning Alaskan scenery and delightful community spirit are worth the trip. So why not plan a visit and experience the magic of North Pole for yourself? Can you believe Vera Zasulich changed history? In 1878, this brave Russian woman made headlines when she shot Fyodor Trepov, the notorious governor of St. Petersburg. Trepov had ordered the brutal flogging of a political prisoner, which ignited Zasulich's outrage. Determined to stand against injustice, she took action that shocked the nation and turned her into a symbol of resistance. But her story didn't end with the shooting. It sparked a dramatic trial. A sympathetic judge and an astute lawyer helped her argue that her actions were driven by her moral conviction against tyranny. This impressive legal defense swayed the jury, ultimately leading to her acquittal. Zasulich's courageous act and subsequent trial not only highlighted the struggle for human rights in Russia, but also inspired many others fighting against oppression. Her legacy lives on as a testament to the power of standing up for what is right. Believe it or not, toilets in Hong Kong use seawater. This unique approach to flushing toilets is an innovative solution to conserving precious freshwater resources. With the city facing limited freshwater supplies and a growing population, using seawater helps tackle both daily needs and environmental challenges. The system works by tapping into the nearby sea, allowing seawater to flow into toilets for flushing instead of relying on the usual freshwater sources. This method is not only efficient, but also reduces the demand for freshwater in a city where water scarcity can be a concern. The use of seawater in toilets might sound strange at first, but it's a brilliant example of how urban areas can adapt to their environment. Cities around the world can learn from Hong Kong's experience, considering similar strategies to manage water use effectively and sustainably. By embracing such innovative solutions, we can all contribute to protecting our planet's vital resources. So next time you think about water usage, remember this impressive feat of engineering in one of the world's most densely populated regions. Prepare to be amazed by Madagascar's leaping lemurs. These incredible creatures have a unique way of getting around that looks more like an acrobatic dance than typical animal movement. Unlike many other animals, lemurs move with curious sideways leaps, making their locomotion both fascinating and effective. Their agile bodies are perfectly designed for life in the trees, where they use their prehensile tails to maintain balance while jumping between branches. This means that as they search for food, their tails help them stay steady, almost like a tightrope walker. Additionally, lemurs possess opposable toes, much like human thumbs, which allows them to grip tree branches securely. This combination of features makes their movements not only visually stunning, but also practical for navigating their lush jungle habitat. In a world where many animals struggle to survive, lemurs showcase a remarkable adaptation that helps them thrive among the vibrant flora and fauna of Madagascar. Can you imagine witnessing such a lively spectacle in the great outdoors? Hard to believe, but Ayam is just 13 seconds long. This brief yet powerful narrative emphasizes the significance of cultural stories and our roots. Ayam, a stunning animated short film, manages to convey deep messages about heritage in just a fraction of a minute. In these 13 seconds, the animation showcases a journey back to one's origins, reminding us how important it is to understand where we come from. It highlights that our cultural tales shape our identities and connect us to our history. Although it may seem brief, Ayam packs a meaningful punch, encouraging viewers to reflect on their own backgrounds. With its vibrant visuals and succinct storytelling, This short film serves as a perfect gateway to discussions about cultural preservation and appreciation. Have you ever considered how your own stories connect you to your past? Here's something incredible about the Baltic anomaly. In 2011, a Swedish treasure hunting team made a jaw-dropping discovery on the Baltic Sea floor. A mysterious circular formation measuring 60 meters across. This unusual structure, dubbed the Baltic anomaly, caught the eye of researchers and enthusiasts alike due to its peculiar features, including symmetrically arranged lines and even what appeared to be steps leading up its sides. The buzz surrounding the discovery sparked wild theories, with some suggesting it could be the remnants of a submerged UFO, while others speculated about ancient human civilizations or secret Nazi bases. While many theories lean towards natural phenomena, like glacial activity, the intrigue of the Baltic anomaly continues to captivate imaginations around the globe. So, what do you think this underwater mystery really is? Did you know UNICEF buys the most vaccines worldwide? This incredible organization is the largest single buyer of vaccines, ensuring that millions of children receive vital immunizations every year. UNICEF plays a crucial role in global health, working tirelessly to deliver vaccines to areas where they're needed most, often in low-income countries facing healthcare challenges. Their efforts help prevent outbreaks of diseases like measles, polio, and tetanus, ultimately saving countless lives. By collaborating with manufacturers and governments, UNICEF negotiates lower prices and guarantees the availability of vaccines, making it more affordable for countries to protect their young populations. In 2021 alone, UNICEF delivered over 600 million vaccine doses, a feat that showcases their commitment to child health. They also focus on educating communities about the importance of vaccinations, combating misinformation that can hinder immunization efforts. Thanks to UNICEF, countless children have a better chance at a healthy future. How amazing is it that one organization can make such a big difference in global health? Here's something incredible about how lasers work. Lasers function by amplifying light in a really fascinating way. It all starts with atoms or molecules in a special material being stimulated, which means they become excited. Once these atoms are excited, they release tiny particles of light called photons. What's cool is that these photons all line up and travel in the same direction, creating a super-focused and coherent beam of light. Think of it like a group of people all walking in the same direction and at the same speed. It makes for a powerful and straight path. This unique property of lasers has tons of applications in our world, from cutting materials and performing delicate surgeries to powering barcode scanners and even playing your favorite music on laser discs. Isn't it amazing how something so simple as light can be so powerful and versatile? Can Lego bricks really outlast concrete? It might surprise you to learn that these colorful building blocks are made from a material called acrylonitrile butadiene styrene, which gives them incredible strength. In fact, one single Lego brick can support the weight of a staggering 375,000 other bricks before it finally gives in. This means that a stack of Lego bricks could hold the weight of several cars without crumbling. The secret lies in the chemical properties of the material, which create a tough and durable structure. While you might think of Lego as just a fun toy for kids, their remarkable resilience illustrates how smart design and materials can lead to surprising results. So next time you're building a Lego masterpiece, remember that you're not just playing with toys. You're working with a type of plastic that rivals traditional construction materials in strength. Did a squirrel really cause a major blackout in Montana? In 2023, a curious squirrel decided to explore a power substation in Montana, leading to an unexpected power outage that impacted around 15,000 people. This little creature's adventurous spirit interfered with vital equipment, resulting in a significant disruption. Squirrels are often innocent troublemakers, as their natural curiosity and love for climbing can make them major culprits in power disruptions across the country. Each year, these furry critters are responsible for thousands of outages, often darting into places they shouldn't. While they may seem cute and harmless, their antics can cause big headaches for utility companies trying to keep the lights on. So next time you see a squirrel, remember their potential to disrupt modern life. How can we prevent such furry saboteurs from causing chaos in our power systems? Did you know coffee takes 140 liters of water? Growing a single cup of coffee is a surprisingly thirsty process. To produce the coffee beans, farmers need about 140 liters, which is roughly equivalent to 37 gallons of water. This extensive water usage includes everything from irrigating the crops to processing the beans. In fact, the coffee cultivation process involves careful attention to water management, especially in regions where water might be scarce. Many coffee-growing countries like Brazil and Colombia face challenges related to climate change, affecting their water sources. This means that when we enjoy our morning cup, we're not just savoring the rich flavors, but also considering the environmental impact of our beverage. So the next time you sip on your coffee, think about the journey those beans went on and the precious water required for that delicious experience.